Tuskegee didn't start off as a big campus. It started off in a small shack in the back of a church. The focus was always to build the community up. We share in a culture together that it's kind of hard to explain. You gotta live it, you gotta enjoy it. It's the HBCU experience. It's nothing short than beautiful. So my name is Dia Hunter. I am an assistant professor of construction management here at Tuskegee. The students make the institution special. You're gonna deal with students that are brilliant, students who have a mind for construction. They bring diverse backgrounds, diverse ways of life. I love sharing this with students. I love giving them the tools that they need in order to be great at it.
Just because we're at HBCU doesn't mean our education is different. Don't get me wrong, we have different values and traditions and culture and things like that. So we're gonna have different outlooks, different understandings on things, and that makes for a better company is diverse minds. I am Kaylin Parham, a graduating senior construction science and management major hailing from the Rocket City, Huntsville, Alabama. And to be a part of Tuskegee University's construction science and management program is to be a part of history. In this field, I'm underrepresented. I'm a Black woman, so obviously it's not gonna be a lot of people like me, and that's okay because we're still working for diversity, but the part that I would like to see more is the inclusion part. So yes, you have a Black girl here and an Asian guy there, but do they feel comfortable in this environment? Do they feel like they're actually a part of the team? Let's start with HBCUs and coming here and getting to know our students and our programs. You'll see that not only are we coming with the knowledge that you need us to have, but we also have some different perspectives you might not have.
We have to give back. Everybody counts or nobody counts. And that's got to be part of leadership. By Procore taking the lead on this scholarship program and partnering with AGC as a Grand Slam home run. Well, I'm Bob Bowen, chairman and founder of Bowen Engineering. We can make a real difference in our industry, in our community, in our society. We're a better place to go than Tuskegee or the other HBCUs.
The Lifting the Veil of Ignorance statue represents Booker T. Washington telling all the slaves what they can be in the world. Today, I think the Lifting the Veil statue represents what we're showing the world. Hey, we got great students that can produce great work in all disciplines. HBCUs produce top students. My name is Dr. Shauna L. Rogers. I'm associate professor at Tuskegee University. Right now, diversity is what we need in this country. Specifically construction, we're running out of workers. The more that we are open to diversity, the more we're open to giving these students chances, it'll make everything better. Hey, we're here. It's 11 HBCUs that offer construction science, construction management. All 11 have great students. All 11 are well prepared. You just got to give them a chance.
And we are live on the campus of Tuskegee University, getting set for Golden Tigers softball on a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Tuskegee. Was not that way a while ago. You got clear skies now, but last night heavy rains and even rains until this morning. But everything cleared off by game time, and credit to the grounds crew here and head coach Dietrich Randall for getting a field in shape that most of us believed at the beginning of the day we would not get this softball game in, but through their hard work, we are here live at the softball complex at Tuskegee. Glad you could join us on the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Charles Ward, along with our production crew of Eric Tabor, Malachi Ards, and Keenan Johnson with our camera work here for the final home ball game of the season for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. They come in at 28-8 and 17-5. Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State will be here again this afternoon. Golden Tigers defeated them twice in the doubleheader run yesterday. Thoroughbreds come in at a 16-20 mark and 8-13 overall in our rubber ball game on here on this Sunday afternoon. Tuskegee winning them both yesterday, 7-0 and then 5-4. So we'll get set for action between these two teams again. This afternoon, it'll be the starting pitchers from yesterday's first ball game for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. It'll be the junior Kayla West on the mound for them. West, the junior from Salone, Iowa. ERA of 4.61 starting in yesterday's play. Her record, she pitched on that first ball game yesterday, so she's at 3-8 overall. 94 hits. She's given up 34 strikeouts on the season. And prior to yesterday's ball game, teams were batting .302 against West. For the Golden Tigers, it'll be their ace pitcher, Kamaya Hampton. Hampton, winner yesterday, took her record to 18-8 overall. And Hampton now up to 71 base on balls and 147 strikes in the regular season. 238 teams bat against her. And Hampton just a workhorse for the Golden Tigers. She's back on in the circle this afternoon. Take a look at the starting lineups. We'll begin with the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. They'll shape it up this way. It'll be Andrelyn Brown, the third baseman. She will bat first in their lineup, followed by Amani Reed. Reed will play left field and bat second. Taylor Floyd will occupy center field, and she'll bat third, followed by the shortstop, Tanisha Valdez. And Valdez will be in that fourth spot. Naomi Thomas will bat fifth, and she will play center field. Kayla West on the mound, she'll bat sixth. Then Savannah Teal at first base, she'll bat seventh. Lillian Holum, she's behind the plate again this afternoon. She'll bat eighth. And Tamaya Davis, the right fielder, she will bat nine. So it's Brown, Reed, and Floyd, followed by Valdez, Thomas, West, Teal, Holman, and Davis. That's the battering lineup for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. For the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, it'll be the catcher, Kaylee Rodan, batting in the first spot. Victoria Harrison, she'll be out in center field. She'll bat second, followed by Jessica Morales at third base. She'll bat third. Jada Chadwick at second base. She will bat fourth. Then it'll be Alexis Thompson, the first baseman. She will bat fifth. Carol Ross at shortstop. She'll bat in the sixth spot, followed by the designated player, Caroline Clark. And Caroline will be followed by Natural Miles out in right field. Natural playing today because of the injury to Tiana Rector at the end of the last ball game. And then after Natural, it'll be Nyla Strange-Lindley batting in the ninth spot. So it's Rodan, Harrison, Morales, Chadwick, Thompson, Ross, Clark, Miles, Strange-Lindley. And we are set to begin action as Brown steps in. First pitch from Hampton's in for a strike. So Tuskegee trying to go for the sweep of the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. If they're able to do that, they'll have back-to-back series in which they swept the last two series of the season. They swept Miles prior to coming into this one. Another swing attempt there by Brown, and Brown's not able to come up with anything, so Hampton ahead quickly. 0-2 in the count. Brown on yesterday, 0 of 7 overall. She takes a pitch there off the plate to 1-2. 0 of 3 in the first ball game with 2 strikeouts, and the second, same. She went 0 for 4 in that ball game, and she had 2 strikeouts in that one as well. So they've kept her off the base pads. Hampton pitches that one low, and back to the screen. Brown leads the Thoroughbreds in runs scored, or she's tied for first with 22 on the season. .328 batting average for Brown, the sophomore from Cincinnati, Ohio. Kamaya Hampton, the junior for Tuskegee. Swing and a miss. She gets her first strikeout here. She had 7 strikeouts on yesterday, and she starts Brown out with the first one of this afternoon. Imani Reed, that is, the left fielder, steps in. Reed, the senior, she's also from Cincinnati, bats .273, takes the first pitch right down the middle for a strike. So Kamaya starting out, finding the zone early here. Reed tries to bunt there and tip it off of the shin of the umpire, Frank Dennis. Actually, Frank Kelly Dennis. He reminded me that he has 3 first names. He's behind the plate, and Tim Slama is out in the field right now behind first base. And Kelly Rodan doing the right thing there, recognizing that got the umpire. She went out to the mound for a visit just to give him a chance to shake things off, as that one came right off the shin. And there's a fist pump between the two of them, knowing exactly what's going on there, just to give him a chance to catch up. 0-2 pitch on the way. That one swatted foul right of first base. Reed strikeout victim 3 times yesterday, struck out once in the first ball game and twice in the second contest. 6 RBI on the season for her. Kamaya Hampton, perfect game or a complete game on yesterday. Only gave up 3 hits in that ball game. That pitch sails a bit out of the strike zone. Struck out 7 yesterday. Looked very impressive for the Golden Tigers. Biggest concern out of the doubleheader on yesterday, the injury to Tiana Rector, the senior right fielder. Not in the lineup today. Hampton, curveball, nicely done. Change up on that was a beautiful pitch. And she got Lee way out in front of that, so her second K of the ball game. Taylor Floyd, the senior from Des Moines, Iowa, now steps in. Floyd struck out 4 times over the 2 ball games on yesterday. 0 of 3 in the first ball game, 0 of 3 in the second. A bunt there, and that's fouled just wide of first base. Turned out to be a beautiful day here this afternoon in Tuskegee. Only a couple of clouds in the sky. Oh, 1 count to Floyd. Here's the pitch by Hampton. Bunted and over the shoulder catch in foul territory. Attempted by Thompson, not able to pull it in. Alexis was already coming in tight at the corner, and the pop fly was behind her, so she was trying to catch it over the shoulder. Not able to pull that one in. So the count 0-2 to Floyd. Hampton looking to strike out the side here. Rocks, fires, change up. And Floyd stays alive. Went kind of high with that rising pitch there. And Floyd able to lay off of it, 1-2. See if they go with the change-up curve here. Here's the pitch. I'll go with the gas instead, and Floyd strikes out. So Hampton, 3 up, 3 down, all struck out here in the top of the first. Tuskegee coming to the plate, Rodan, Harrison, and Morales after the timeout.
I'm Reginald Ruffin, your Director of Athletics, and you are watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
What does education mean when you choose the top HBCU in Alabama?
So one of the things that's been most valuable from my experience at Tuskegee is being able to face challenges head on. I can definitely say here I've learned how to be an advocate for myself, how to speak up, and how to present myself in ways that can help me get opportunities, to help me fix things that may not be right. And I think that's really just the best skill that I've learned here that I can take with me for the rest of my life.
Look forward to your bright future. Apply to Tuskegee University today.
And we're back live here at the softball complex on the campus of Tuskegee University. Bottom of the first we go. Tuskegee and the Thoroughbreds. 3rd ball game of the series, final contest of the season for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Winners yesterday in the doubleheader, 7-0 and then 5-4. Had to come back from behind in that 2nd ball game to win it. And it'll be Kylie Rodan to step in to get things started offensively for Tuskegee. Rodan with an RBI on yesterday. He takes the first pitch for a ball. Kayla West, a junior, on the mound. That pitch off the plate as well. So an early 2-0 count for Rodan, trying to get on board and see if she can get things started offensively for Tuskegee. Took another pitch, and that one finds the zone for West. So the count now at 2-1 as Kaylee steps back in. Swat it down toward and past the shortstop Valdez out into center field for a base hit. So Kaylee is aboard. First hit of the ball game for Tuskegee. That'll bring up the center fielder, Victoria Harrison. Roldan down at first. And here's the pitch. Tried to bunt, but missed on it, and that's good for a strike. Oh, 1 delivery. That one's bunted. Foul. Wide of Chalk at third. So Victoria down in the count, 0-2. Roldan down at first base. Here's a pitch, popped up and fouled back. Victoria on yesterday, 1 of 3 overall. Had 2 RBI in the first ball game and another one in the second, but this time she can't catch up with the gas from West, and she strikes out. So West gets her first strikeout victim. 1 down here in the bottom of the first. Roldan singled, so she's down at first for Tuskegee. And the third baseman, Jessica Morales, swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. One down, bottom of the first. West ready and delivers. That one's off the plate for a ball. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off again. Jessica trying to move Kaylee down to second base. Down in the count now, 1-2. That one, I think that hit Morales. It did, yeah, caught her on the left arm. So she'll be down at first base, hit pitch. Tried to come in tight on her, and they came in too tight that time. And Jessica's aboard. So that'll move Kaylee down to second base with 1 down. So Roldan down at second. Morales at first. Chadwick in the box. Jada takes that first pitch for a ball. Jada went deep in yesterday's first ball game. Tuskegee winning that one 7-0. She was 2 of 3 in that contest for Tuskegee. Actually scored the winning run with that home run because they held the Thoroughbreds scoreless in that first ball game 7-0. Jessica there on that pitch ahead and fouled it off left side. Count at 1-1. Here's the pitch. Popped up back toward the screen, and catch going to be made there by the catcher, Lillian Holm. So Chadwick retired. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Tuskegee with 2 runners on, trying to get them toward the plate. And Alexis Thompson steps in. And she swings one out in the left field. That may get down, and it will. It'll get all the way to the wall. So Thompson with a good hit there on that first pitch. They're waving Morales from second. She scores. So the double by Alexis clears the bases for Tuskegee as Roldan and Morales come around to score. So first pitch swinging. Alexis just drilled that one out the left field, drove it all the way to the base of the fence down there. So she's at second base now with 2 down. It's the 5th double of the season for Alexis, the senior from New Orleans. I have her listed as a senior here, but I don't believe she is. She was not a part of the senior ceremony on yesterday. And she's down at second base. That pitch from West is off the plate as the shortstop, Carol Ross, takes a look at that pitch, and it's 1-1 now. 2 down, Tuskegee with 2 across already. That pitch over but low from West. balls, 1 strike. Ross chops at that one and fouls it off right side. Headed toward the production truck, Golden Tiger Sports Network. Count at 2-2. 2 down, bottom of the first. Tuskegee with a 2-0 lead. West fires. Change up off the plate, though. Count full. Track certainly is going to be muddy here this afternoon. And that pitch up and out of the zone. And Ross is aboard with a walk. Had the heavy rains starting yesterday. Rain throughout the night and half of the morning. But the grounds crew got things in shape to play, but it's still a lot of wet soil out there underneath the topsoil. Did a great job with the quick dry here and got this field playable. But conditions going to be a little bit sluggish after the rains. At the plate now for Tuskegee, designated player Caroline Clark. Caroline, the junior from Tuscumbia, Alabama, pitched in that second ball game to get her 7th win of the season for Tuskegee. Fouls this one straight back. So Caroline now down in the count of 0-2. Alexis Thompson down at second base. She doubled and plated 2 runs as a result. Hard shot out in the left field. Clark swings at one over the head of the third baseman, but foul ball. Flirting with the line, but just on the wrong side of it. So they'll re-rack it. Roldan got on with a single to start the bottom half for Tuskegee. Harrison struck out, then Morales came up, and she was hit by a pitch. And Jessica Chadwick was retired, and then Alexis came up for the double to knock in the 2 runs. A pitch off the plate, count at 2-2. Kayla West started the first ball game yesterday. 2-2 pitch here. This one out the left field, tracking it is Monty Reed, and over the shoulder catch by Reed to retire Tuskegee. But that's not until Tuskegee puts 2 across with a double from Alexis Thompson. So we go to the top of the second, TU leading at 2-0.
Tuskegee Nation, I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. Thank you for watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Hey, future business leader, launch your success story at one of the nation's premier HBCUs. Learn cutting-edge practices and feed your entrepreneurial spirit. Tuskegee University. We get the business of business education.
Go to the top of the second, Tuskegee with a 2-0 lead. Tanisha Valdez steps in the box for the Thoroughbreds. Takes the first pitch down the middle for a strike. Valdez, a big offensive weapon for the Thoroughbreds on yesterday. 2 of 3 in the second ball game. Scored a run in that contest. Had a couple of hard hit balls in the first contest, but not able to find a gap. She's in the cleanup spot for the Thoroughbreds, and rightfully so on the season. .333 batting average. 1-1 pitch coming here for Hampton. That one chopped on and foul just to the left and near the Tuskegee dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. SIAC softball tournament action starting on the 29th of this month in Columbus, Georgia. Tuskegee, we know, will be playing on that first day. That one shot right back up the middle by Valdez. Locked in on that fastball and drove it right out to center field. So first hit of the ball game for the Thoroughbreds. Valdez is down at first base. That'll bring up the designated player Naomi Thomas. Thomas will be followed by the pitcher Kayla West. Thomas, 1 of 2 in the first ball game, and then 1 of 3 from the plate in the second contest. Scored a run in the second ball game. Valdez at first base. Here's the pitch. That one's out of the zone for ball 1. Maya, 7 strikeouts in yesterday's ball game. 18th complete ball game for her. Fouled off right side and out of play. Count at 1-1. Valdez singled out to center field, so she's at first base. Nobody out here, top of the second. Hampton pitch, foul tipped and back to the screen. Count at 1-2. Get a ground ball here, perhaps turn a double play on a 1-2 pitch. This one popped up in the center field. Barely having to move is Harris, and she'll make the catch there for out number 1. That'll bring the pitcher Kayla West to the plate. Kayla, one of those rare instances where she's a pitcher in the ball game and bats for herself. In this case for the Thoroughbreds, their flex players playing second base this afternoon. That's Layla Troxler. Kayla, capable with the bat, 250 batting average, swings at the first pitch, pops it up. Thompson circles in foul play and makes the catch for out number 2. Good pitch there from Kamaya Hampton to retire West. So 2 down here, top of the second inning. Tuskegee with the 2-0 lead. As Savannah Teal, the first baseman for the Thoroughbred, steps in. Swings at the pitch, shortstop, gobbles it up. Ross across the diamond to Thompson, and Tuskegee, although they give up the 1 base hit to Valdez, she's left aboard, and Tuskegee leads it 2-0 going into the bottom of the second.
Hi, I'm Drayton Florence, 2023 SIAC Hall of Fame inductee. Thank you for watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
What does education mean when you choose the top HBCU in Alabama?
So one of the things that's been most valuable from my experience at Tuskegee is being able to face challenges head on. I can definitely say here I've learned how to be an advocate for myself, how to speak up, and how to present myself in ways that can help me get opportunities, that help me fix things that may not be right. And I think that's really just the best skill that I've learned here that I can take with me for the rest of my life.
Look forward to your bright future. Apply to Tuskegee University today.
Bottom of the second, Tuskegee will send up Natural Miles, right fielder, followed by Nyla Strange-Lindley, left fielder, and then back to the top of the order. 2-0 lead for the Golden Tigers. Final regular season contest for Tuskegee. Sights set on the SIAC tournament on Monday, April 29th from Columbus, Georgia. First pitch there, Miles, way out in front of that one for strike 1. Be lobbying this week, hopefully, to see if we can't get down there and cover Tuskegee in the SIAC tournament on the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Chopped out there behind, ranging out there, trying to get to it was Valdez at shortstop, but that one finds the grass out in left field, and Natural Miles is aboard for Tuskegee to start the bottom of the second. So Natural aboard. Nyla Strange-Lindley. Nyla on yesterday, 1 of 3 in their first ball game and 3 of 3 from the plate in the second contest. Drove in a run. That one between the legs, and Natural headed down to second base as Lillian Holman not able to find that softball. So nobody out here, bottom of the second. Miles at second. Strange-Lindley set to get back into the box. That one popped up out in the left field, giving chase, coming all the way over to make the grab from shortstop is Valdez. Boy, she got a good jump on that softball, ranging behind third base to squeeze it for the out. So Nyla's retired. And back to the top we go with Roldan stepping in. And first pitch in there from West is good on the inside corner for strike 1. Natural Miles taking the place, as you see her on screen there, of Tiana Rector, who was injured at the end of the first ball game on yesterday. Slapping bunt to the third base side. Brownfields throws across the diamond from 1, but that allows Miles to slide over to third base. So good sacrifice there by Kylie Roldan. And now Victoria Harrison steps in as Natural moves over to third base. First pitch in there for a strike from West. Victoria struck out her first time up. Looking to find some grass in the outfield and get one down. Here's the pitch. That one deep shot to left field. Backpedaling toward the fence. And that one's out of here. Home run left field, Victoria Harrison. She got it up into the air. Didn't know if the wind was going to keep it in or not. Wind kind of favoring it, really pushing out that way. And Victoria goes deep, and she plates 2 with the home run left field. So Natural Miles comes in, and Victoria, after slapping it out left field beyond the fence line, makes it 4-0. Victoria, that's her first home run of the season for Tuskegee. Drove that one deep to left. So Tuskegee 4-0 now. Bottom of the second. It'll be the third baseman Jessica Morales stepping in. Jessica hit by a pitch in the first inning, came around to score. The 0-1 pitch, line drive right back to the catcher, Kayla West, for out number 3. But before Tuskegee puts out that third out, they put it out of the park on a home 2-run shot by Victoria Harrison down out in left field. So Tuskegee leads it 4-0 as we head toward the third.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, and this is the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Where you hang out with friends, do homework, relax, explore, where you can be yourself. Come home to Tuskegee University.
Four 4-0 lead for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Catcher Lillian Holm at the plate for the Thoroughbreds. Here's a pitch from Hampton. A bit up in the strike zone for ball 1. Wind gusting just a bit here at the softball complex. Blowing out towards center field. Bad pitch, good for a strike on the corner. 1-1. Kamaya readies and fires. This one on the ground. Ross feels it short, fires over to Thompson. Easy 6-4 put, a 6-3 put out there for Tuskegee. As Holdham's retired to start the top of the third. Back to the top of their order now. Andrew Lynn Brown, the third baseman, back up. I beg your pardon, that's Tamaya Davis at the plate. Then back to the top. Davis took the first pitch off the plate for ball one. Davis out in right field. 2 of 3 in yesterday's second ball game. Had an RBI in that contest as well. Thoroughbreds led that ball game. Tuskegee came back, tied at 4-4 in the bottom of the 7th, and then Tuskegee able to plate a run in the bottom of the 7th to win it. Had 3 opportunities early in that bottom half. 2 runners at third base. They were retired, and then they got a rally going after that. Alexis Thompson and Carol Ross, a big part of that reasoning for the win for Tuskegee. That pitch on the corner from Hampton. Make the count 3-1. One down, top of the third. Fouled straight back. Count full at 3-2. Thoroughbreds got to hustle a bit after this ball game, trying to make it back up to Frankfort. Some of the parents traveling with the team, trying to get out of here, thinking they'll get back up into that area around 2 or 3 in the morning. That's ball 4 there, as Davis draws the walk. So she's aboard to start the top of the third for the Thoroughbreds. Now back to the top of their order with Andrew Lynn Brown stepping in. Brown looking for her first hit of the series. Struck out in the first. That pitch off the plate for ball 1. Brown with some stellar defense for the Thoroughbreds over the first 2 ball games of this series. Here's the pitch from Hampton. That one high and off the plate as well. So Kamaya starting behind in the count on the last 2 batters. 2-0 pitch here. That one's in for the strike. Count 2-1. Davis on board. Foul tip there at the plate by Brown, and the count to 2-2. Davis drew the walk, first walk of the ball game by Hampton. That pitch bunted on and fouled off by Brown. Tournament action, looking ahead to that, Tuskegee in action at 12:30 on day 1 of the tournament, and likely meeting Golden Rams of Albany State or the Tigers of Edward Waters University. This one chopped at third, may have a play at second to play down there. They do get the lead runner. Morales at third base knew exactly where she was going with that ball after she fielded it. Covering down at second was Chadwick for the out. So Brown is aboard on the fielder's choice, but retired down at second base was Davis. So 1 down, top of the third. Correction, 2 down now as Holman did ground out to short. So a runner at first with 2 down at the top of the third. Here's the pitch. And Amani Reed takes that pitch off the plate for ball 1. outside pitch, changing the location there. Nicely done by Hampton. Found the inside corner. Count goes to 1-1. One pitch, swung on and missed. Good change pace on that one by Hampton. And Kamaya ahead in the count now, 1-2. 2 down, top of the third. Andrelyn Brown at first base for the Thoroughbreds. That pitch out of the zone. As Reed able to lay off of that one. Two pitch. Swung on and missed. The gas there from Hampton just blew it by Reed. Strike her out. Strikeout number 4 for Hampton. That ends the top of the third. Tuskegee leads it 4-0. They will come to the plate to start the bottom of the third after this timeout.
Hi, this is Shiante Wester, head women's basketball coach, and this is the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
Golden Tiger fans, I'm Gerald Long, General Manager of the Utility.
The softball complex, Tuskegee with a 4-0 lead. Got 2 in the bottom of the first and 2 in the bottom of the second. We go to the bottom of the third now, and Jada Chadwick, the second baseman, steps in. West with the pitch, that one high and out of the zone. Jada pop out to the catcher her first time up. Takes that first pitch for a ball. That one she swings on. Back to the screen, count at 1-1. Jada, 2 of 3 in that first ball game yesterday and got things started with that home run. That 7-run win by Tuskegee, a line hard shot there wide of third base. With 40 RBI on the season. 309 batting average coming into this series. Good change-up pitch there by West. Had Jada food on that one. So Chadwick strikes out to start the bottom of the third. Third strikeout of the ball game for West. As Thompson steps in, Alexis doubled the last time up. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Drove in 2 runs on that double to left field. One down, bottom of the third. That one chopped on to the shortstop. Valdez fires across the diamond, and Thompson's retired for the first time in the ball game. Caroline Ross, the shortstop for Tuskegee. She steps in now. 2 outs, trying to get aboard. West rocks and fires. This one swatted on wide of third base for a foul ball. Carroll 3 of 4 in game 2 on yesterday, and a big hit there to close things off for the Tuskegee win. One ball, 1 strike. 2 down, bottom of the third. Here's a pitch. That one over but low for West. One pitch just below the knees on the call by Frank Dennis. Same location, off the plate, and Carroll gets to walk down to first base, keep the inning going for Tuskegee. Second base on balls. Carroll walked in the first as well. Also, Jessica Morales hit by a pitch. So 3 walks by West. And Caroline Clark steps in, the designated player for Tuskegee. 2 down, bottom of the third. Tuskegee with a 4-0 lead. Trying to sweep the series against the Thoroughbreds. That pitch splits the plate from West. 1-1 pitch. Change up off the plate. Ross down at first base. She walked. Here's a pitch. That one out of the zone. And count to 3-1. Caroline, the winning pitcher of game 2 on yesterday. Getting a little bat action here this afternoon. 277 average on the season for her. Facing a 3-1 pitch here. That one bounced up there, so she'll get aboard with a walk. So back-to-back walks now from West. Sends Ross down to second. And Clark aboard at first. David Morton Jr., the head coach of the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky, takes the trip toward the circle. Right now it's the catcher Holm and the pitcher West, part of the conference. The rest of the infield behind the circle. And this is a conversation more about strategy versus whether she will even be considered taken out of the ball game. At this point, she is the ace for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Pitched in the first ball game on yesterday. And this is more about situational pitching here with 2 out. It'll be Natural Miles stepping in. Natural got a base hit her last time up, eventually came around to score. Here's a pitch from West. This time she swings it out. Right field. It's tracking. And a catch is made there in right field. Good job there by Tamaya Davis. Tracking that one all the way. Had to dive for it and able to hold on to it to end the bottom of the third. So Tuskegee with 2 aboard with walks. They have to leave them there. 4-0 lead for the Golden Tigers. We head to the 4th.
Golden Tiger fans, I'm Gerald Long, General Manager of the Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Thank you for watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Go Tigers!
Being an Alabamian, being someone who's been in Alabama all but 6.5 years of my 46 years, I feel very strongly that I am tied to this state and I'm tied to the health of this state, and I want this state to succeed. We know that a healthy Alabama is a productive and prosperous Alabama. Healthy children are the future of us as a society. We need to make sure that our children are covered by insurance, that they get preventive medical care, that they receive their vaccinations to keep them healthy, that they have healthy and productive lives and grow up to be productive adults.
We head to the top of the 4th. Tuskegee with a 4-0 lead. And at the plate for the Thoroughbreds, it'll be Taylor Floyd, the center fielder, trying to see if they can't get their bats going. One runner aboard on a base hit in this ball game. Valdez got that. First pitch from Hampton to Floyd is off the plate for ball 1. 1-0 pitch. That one out of the zone high. Talking to Kamaya's father on yesterday. And just talking about her track starting out as a pitcher. Very, very young. This one swatted on and fouled right and out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. He was just starting her out, catching with her in the backyard. Lived in the neighborhood where the neighbors were always amazed that they were out there so often, just catching. This one popped up, fouled back, counted 2-2. Said eventually she just started throwing so hard that he wound up having to have surgery on his catching hand, where he was catching her as she was growing up. And certainly has paid off for her. Really, it's a solid pitcher, a good selection of pitches. There you see that strikeout of Floyd. 5th strikeout of the ball game for Hampton. And that'll bring up the only player to get a base hit so far for the Thoroughbreds, Tanisha Valdez. Hampton can bring it up. As you said, they've put the speed gun on her, and she can go up to about 69, 70 miles per hour on a fastball. As that one is low and in the dirt for ball 1 to start Valdez. 1-0 pitch. That one back to the circle. Halfway with the trot. Now the flip over to Thompson for out number 2. Always a concern against the Thoroughbreds to get through this part of their order with Valdez batting. Can breathe just a little bit that they've gotten past her in the lineup. So 2 down here, top of the 4th. Naomi Thomas, designated player, steps in. Thomas flew out to center field her last time up. Hampton, ready, line drive shot, but right there to Carol Ross at shortstop to end the inning. So Thomas hit it on the screws, but just hit it right to the wrong spot. So the Thoroughbreds retired here in top of the 4th. Tuskegee coming to the plate. They lead it 4-0. Take a break here on the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Tuskegee Nation, I'm Paul Carney, Tuskegee University Public Address announcer. Thank you for listening to the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
What does education mean when you choose the top HBCU in Alabama?
So one of the things that's been most valuable from my experience at Tuskegee is being able to face challenges head on. I can definitely say here I've learned how to be an advocate for myself, how to speak up, and how to present myself in ways that can help me get opportunities, that help me fix things that may not be right. And I think that's really just the best skill that I've learned here that I can take with me for the rest of my life.
Look forward to your bright future. Apply to Tuskegee University today.
Back live here at the softball complex, Tuskegee University Golden Tigers. Their final ball game of the regular season. They lead it 4-0 over the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Nyla Strange-Lindley, left fielder, steps in. Flew out to the shortstop. Now she got a bunt down at third base. Brown fields it, but can't come up with it cleanly. And that'll be a base hit there for Nyla. She'll be down at first base to start the bottom of the 4th for Tuskegee. Good bunt, swinging bunt by her to get aboard. Now we go back to the top of the order. Callie Roldan steps in. Singled in the first, came around to score. And grounded out to the third baseman. Throw down at second base. That's on target. Good throw there from Holm. And they pick Nyla Strange-Lindley. Caught stealing at second base. Coach Randall. So asking for a swing there from Roldan to protect the runner. Didn't get it that time. And Strange-Lindley easily picked off at second base. So 1 down here, bottom of the 4th. 2 balls, no strikes on Kaylee Roldan. West with the pitch. That one over for the strike. Count pushed to 2-1. Nyla Strange-Lindley singled on a ground ball to third and got caught stealing at second. Another ground ball to third. Brown can't handle that hot shot. hard hit ball there by Roldan, but Brown didn't come away with that one cleanly. Hit right to her. So Kylie will be on with an E5 to try to keep this inning going. One down, and to the plate now comes Victoria Harris. And Victoria, the deep ball last time she was up, drove it out in left field for a 2-run homer. Here's the pitch from West. That pitch in for a strike. First home run of the season for Victoria. Comes on the last day of regular play. Swings at a ball and hard hit down the third base line, but wide of the chalk. So the count to 0-2. One down, bottom of the fourth. 4-0 lead for Tuskegee, trying to add to it. Roldan at first, change up there, and Victoria able to get just a piece of that one to stay alive. That one was floating away from her. Stuck the bat out there and was able to get some contact. Count at 0-2. West with the pitch. That one, a good pitch by her. Curveball off the plate to strike out Harrison. So Victoria, second strikeout of the ball game. Bookends for that 2-run homer that she had in the second. Third baseman Jessica Morales now with 2 down. Roldan at first trying to push the line. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it off left side. Thoroughbreds of Kentucky came into this series needing to win at least one of these ball games against the Golden Tigers. Brown at third base this time, able to handle it, bobbled it momentarily and threw across the diamond to retire Morales and Tuskegee. So Tuskegee, Roldan gets aboard, but they can't move her over, so they leave her stranded at the bottom of 4. Tuskegee leads at 4-0. We head to the 5th.
Hi, I am Lily Lanier, President of the Tuskegee National Alumni Association, and you're watching the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Thank you.
Are you looking for education that leads to career success and something more? We are Tuskegee University, one of the nation's top-ranked HBCUs. We believe in education to fulfill your purpose. Here, you work hard because you dream harder. By pursuing your purpose, you will make a difference. Are you ready for something big? Let's get started.
Thoroughbreds of Kentucky stayed, coming in needing to win at least one because during the regular season, they lost to the Lady Bears of Miles College 3 times during the regular season. And on the one loss, they needed 1 here to keep some separation, but if they don't get that, they're going to fall out of that 4th spot in the West. Tuskegee trying to come in at that number 2 seed with a 4-0 lead here. Things pretty much settled as it relates to standings, definitely on the east side of things. Fort Valley, Edward Waters, Albany State, and Savannah, the top 4. And we know we'll be going from the east side. Spring Hill undefeated in conference play on the west. Tuskegee and Lane, followed by either Kentucky State or Miles. Kayla West, the pitcher, steps in to bat. Fouls the first pitch off. West flew out to Alexis Thompson at first base her last time up. 0-1 pitch by Hampton. Springing up top to get that one was Kaylee Roldan. That one was way out of strike zone high. And Kaylee not very tall, but showed some hops there to get to that one. 1-1 pitch from Hampton. That one a little lower in the zone, but still high for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike, nobody out here, top of the 5th. This one popped up into left field. Strange Lindley back pedals and makes the out. To start the top of the fifth, West flies out to left. Savannah Teal, the first baseman, steps in. Teal, 6'4", or 6'3", put out her last time up. Pitch by Hampton, good on the corner. Actually 6'4", put out by Teal last time. Ground ball to Ross at short, and flipped it over to Chadwick for the out. 0-1. That's a 1-1 after that ball high in the zone. Just a few days before the tournament starts. Yeah, good change there on a good pitch there from Kamaya Hampton. Take it to 1-2. Coach Randall trying to see if he can't find some opposition to play in live action for the Golden Tigers just to keep them sharp. That riser's off the mark there, up high, count to 2-2. Question's going to be whether Tiana Rector is going to be ready for tournament play after going out with the injury in yesterday's play. Chopped on right to Thompson at first base. She feels it there, steps on the bag, and out number 2. Lillian Holm steps in, the catcher for the Thoroughbreds. Holm looking for her first hit of the series. Flies one out to right field, but out of play. 0-4 on yesterday, 0-2 in both ball games. 2 down here, top of the 5th. One pitch on the way. Riser there, stayed high in the zone. 1-1 to count. Swatted on out to right field on the line. That's going to be good for a base hit. So Holm gets her first hit of the series. Drives it out the right field, so she's aboard with 2 down in the top of the 5th for the Thoroughbreds. That'll bring up to Maya Davis. Davis got on the base on balls in the 3rd. Got put out on a fielder's choice later in that inning. Hampton with the pitch. First pitch in there for a strike on Davis. 2 hits given up in the ball game now by Hampton. One from Valdez, and now this one from Holm. That one out right field, and that's going to be over the head of Natural Miles. Got to go all the way to the baseline. They're going to wave her home. Here comes the throw. It's up the line, though, and now they throw it down the 3rd, and that one got away as well. So the Thoroughbreds, they get a run there as Holman crosses the plate on the double there by Tamaya Davis, and Davis able to take 3rd on the throw to the plate. So Davis with the RBI after the hit out in right field got over the head of Natural Miles. So she's over the 3rd now for the Thoroughbreds as Holman crosses. Back to the top of their order, Andrelyn Brown steps in. Brown still looking for her first hit of the series. A 1 pitch, fouled off left side. Davis hit that ball hard to right field. Natural Miles playing about midway in terms of depth, but drove it over her head and drove in the run. 4-1 lead now for Tuskegee. Here's the pitch. That's called on the corner for strike 3. So Brown strikes out to end the top of the fifth for the Thoroughbreds, but they push one across, and Tuskegee heads to the bottom half of the fifth, leading at 4-1.
Hi, I am Deborah Rogers, Deputy Chief Athletic Director, Tuskegee University, and you're watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Tuskegee University's founder, Booker T. Washington, said, "Excellence is to do a common thing in an uncommon way." At many universities, big classes are common. Not at Tuskegee. We have small classes with a 14-to-1 average student-to-teacher ratio. This formula for excellence ensures individualized attention. You get to know your professors, and they get to know you well enough to recommend you for internships, research, graduate programs, and job opportunities. Small classes, big impact. It's all part of educational excellence at Tuskegee University.
Back live here at the softball complex, Tuskegee University 4-1 lead for the Golden Tigers. Shutout taken away as the Thoroughbreds push one across in the top of the fifth. A single out into right field and then followed by a double to give them a run at 4-1. Chadwick in the box now. Good changeup started there by West, and Jada way out in front of that pitch. Tuskegee trying to get that run back. 0-1 pitch, bunting there, and that one's fouled off at the plate by Chadwick. Jada, a strikeout victim, her second time up in the ball game, looking for her first hit of the afternoon. It's a little foul out to the catcher in the first inning. They went high on that pitch to try to see if he could get her to chase. She did not, so the count at 1-2 now. Change of pace. That one off the plate, though. 2-2. Jada hit her 15th home run on yesterday. Swings at one here and fouls it out of play. Two count. 4-1 lead for the Golden Tigers. Here's the pitch from West. That one corked out to left field but fouled as well. Two count. West ready, and she fires. Swung on and missed. Good change up there on a curveball there by West to retire Chadwick for the second time on strikeouts. So that'll bring up Alexis Thompson. Alexis ground out to short her second time up, but the first time up she doubled to drive in 2 runs. Swings at that first pitch, comes up empty. West off the plate with that one, count to 1-1. And Alexis takes that pitch low to take it to 2-1. One down here, bottom of the fifth. Tuskegee with a 4-1 lead. West rocks and fires back to the circle with the hit, and she fields and fires it over to Teal at first to retire Thompson. So a hard hit ball on the ground, but right back into the circle. So that'll break up the shortstop, Carol Ross. Carol got on a base on balls in the bottom of the third, struck out in the first. 2 down here, bottom of the fifth. Swings at this one out in right field, and that one's wide of the line for a foul ball. Umpire Frank Dennis set to come in and swipe the plate clean. A good visual here. No balls, 1 strike to Ross. pitch off the plate, count to 1-1. There he goes, split the middle of the plate on that pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's a 1-2 offering. Pretty close to that same location there on that pitch, but Carroll took it. And the count at 2-2 now. Inside pitch there, it takes the count to 3-2. Good eye there by Carroll in the box. 2 down. Payoff pitch coming now. Here's the payoff. That one low, and Carroll coaxes the walk out of West. So she's aboard. And the inning continues as Caroline Clark steps up now. Third, fourth base on balls by West in this ball game, in addition to hitting a batsman. First pitch to Caroline is off and in for ball 1. Ross down at first base. This pitch swung on and fouled back to take the count to 1-1. Two down, bottom of the 5th. That one over for a strike. Count to 1-2 on Caroline. One, 2. That one's called on the corner for strike 3. Caroline didn't quite agree with that one, but the call was made and she's retired. So Clark goes down on strikes, and Tuskegee leaves another runner aboard here in the bottom of the 5th. They lead it 4-1 as we head to the 6th. Thoroughbreds back at the plate after the timeout.
Hi, I'm Jordan Benson, the Sports Information Director at Tuskegee University, and you're watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
What does education mean when you choose the top HBCU in Alabama?
So one of the things that's been most valuable from my experience at Tuskegee is being able to face challenges head on. I can definitely say here I've learned how to be an advocate for myself, how to speak up, and how to present myself in ways that can help me get opportunities, that help me fix things that may not be right. And I think that's really just the best skill that I've learned here that I can take with me for the rest of my life.
Look forward to your bright future. Apply to Tuskegee University today.
We're back live at the softball complex here at Tuskegee University. Tuskegee with a 4-1 lead over the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Final regular season ball game for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Kamaya Hampton, the junior, on the mound for the Golden Tigers. Won in the first ball game of the series on yesterday. Trying to close things out here with a win in the final. At the plate for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State, it's Tamia Reed, Armani Reed, that is. Reed, the left fielder for the Thoroughbreds, takes the first pitch for a ball. Swings on that one on the ground. Chadwick fields, fires over to Thompson for the easy out. That was a slow roller, just left of the circle. Chadwick had to range to her right to collect it. Able to do so and get the out at first base. So Reed is retired here to start the 6th. Taylor Floyd, the center fielder, steps in, bunts it down the first base line and foul. struck out twice in this ball game. Takes that pitch just out of the zone, count to 1-1. One down, top of the 6th inning. Hampton rocks and fires. Bunted there, this time in the play. One-handed grab by Thompson. Nice throw to first base. Covering there was Chadwick. Textbook play there by the Golden Tigers defensively. So Floyd retired on the 3-4 put out, and Tanisha Valdez steps back in now for the Thoroughbreds. She singled in the first. Or in the 2nd inning, that is. Retired with a ground out to the pitcher in the 4th. 2 down for the Thoroughbreds. Top of the 6th inning. Tuskegee with a 4-1 lead. Hampton from the circle, rocks and fires. That one squibbed off and fouled there by Valdez. One count. Hampton ready again. Here's the pitch. Inside pitch, too tight. That goes back to the screen. Count to 2-1. Wind starting to gust a bit here inside the complex. Two balls, one strike to Valdez. Here's the pitch. That one out to right field. That'll get down for a base hit. And she's aboard for the 2nd time in the ball game with a hit. So 2 down as Valdez collects her 2nd base hit of the ball game, trying to keep the inning going for the Thoroughbreds. She's down at first. Now the designated player Naomi Thomas set to step in. Thomas swings at the first pitch and taking a shot there. The umpire Frank Dennis took a hard shot there. Yeah, he's crumpled, trying to fight it off. I don't know if he'll need the trainer or not. I see Marcus over here in the stands to our left, but Frank Dennis trying to walk it off. And everybody out at the circle for Tuskegee, they're trying to give him as much time as they can. Believe you me, nobody's going to try to step in to stop that meeting at the circle at all. Not even opposition's going to even. Here in the background, Frank saying, hey, all right, let's go. So, yeah. See if his voice changes on any of these calls after the shot he took. 0-1 is the count on Thomas. That one straight in on him. 2 down. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Good pitch there from Hampton. Coming out of that delay in play. She's ahead in the count 0-2. Popped up. And will be called for by Ross at short. She'll make the catch to retire the Thoroughbreds here in the top of the 6th. Valdez gets the board, but they leave her there. Can't push her across. Tuskegee going to the bottom of the 6th with a 4-1 lead.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Tuskegee University's founder, Booker T. Washington, said, "Excellence is to do a common thing in an uncommon way." At many universities, big classes are common. Not at Tuskegee. We have small classes with a 14-to-1 average student-to-teacher ratio. This formula for excellence ensures individualized attention. You get to know your professors, and they get to know you. Know you well enough to recommend you for internships, research, graduate programs, and job opportunities. Small classes, big impact. It's all part of educational excellence at Tuskegee University.
Bottom of the 6th we go. Tuskegee with the 4-1 lead. They will send up Natural Miles, Nyla Strange Lindley, and Kaylee Roldan. The first three in the order for Coach Dietrich Randall and Tuskegee. Tuskegee at 28-20 on the season, 17-5 in the SIAC. Second in the West. Looking toward the tournament now, as this will close out the regular season. 0-1 count to Natural. West readies and fires. Good pitch from her on the outer end of the plate, and she's ahead in the count 0-2. That one out the left field. And that one will be caught there by Amani Reed. Had some carry on it, but the wind pushing from left to right field held it up just a bit there, and Reed able to squeeze it for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nyla Strange Lindley singled her last time up in the 4th. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it wide of third base. Count to Nyla. Faked the bunt there, took a ball off the plate. Take it to 1-1. Chopper, foul ball at the plate. One ball, 2 strikes. 1 down, bottom of the 6th inning. Change up, over to Brown at third. Fields and fires across the diamond to Teal. And they retire Strange Lindley for out number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Kaylee Roldan steps back in, top of the order for Tuskegee. She singled in the 1st. Grounded out the 3rd and the 2nd. Got on an error in the 4th for Tuskegee. Takes the first pitch over for a strike. That one popped up. And that one caught by the catcher, Lillian Holum, for out number 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. So Tuskegee can't add any more to their total here at the bottom of the 6th. So we go to the 7th. Tuskegee with a 4-1 lead.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Brown, Academic Advisor, Operation Manager, and you're watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Golden Tiger fans, I'm Gerald Long, General Manager of the Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Thank you for watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Go Tigers!
Hey, future business leader. Launch your success story at one of the nation's premier HBCUs. Learn cutting-edge practices and feed your entrepreneurial spirit. Tuskegee University. We get the business of business education.
Are you looking for education that leads to career success and something more? We are Tuskegee University, one of the nation's top-ranked HBCUs. We believe in education to fulfill your purpose. Here, you work hard because you dream harder. By pursuing your purpose, you will make a difference. Are you ready for something big? Let's get started.
Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State down to the final 3 outs here as we go to the top of the 7th. It'll be the pitcher, Kayla West, followed by Savannah Teal, the first baseman, and then Lillian Holum, the catcher. So Kamaya Hampton Going for her 18th complete ball game of the season. Fires the first pitch in there for strike one. That one swung on, and a fair ball. Hit the chalk, and turning the corners, Kayla West headed to second base. She'll be in there sliding with a double for the Thoroughbreds. That one just on the chalk beyond third base. So West with a double to start the seventh for the Thoroughbreds. And that'll bring on Teal. Hampton ready with the pitch now. Over to third, or faking it, is West down at second base. Goes halfway and now back to the bag at second. Teal grounded out to Thompson at first base last time up. Swings that way this time, finds the gap right side. Throw the first base, she's there in time though. And over to third goes West. So back-to-back hits for the Thoroughbreds here in the top of the seventh. And they're at the corners after Teal got a base hit right side. So that'll bring up the catcher, Lillian Holm. 4-1 lead for Tuskegee. Seen this grip from before, and yesterday Tuskegee had a lead going into the seventh. Gave up a couple of runs to the Thoroughbreds, and they tied it in their half of the seventh. Fortunately for the Golden Tigers, they were able to plate one in the bottom of the seventh to win it. Two aboard here, nobody out. First pitch there to Holm, in for a strike from Hampton. Holm singled back in the fifth, and she came across to score the lone run for the Thoroughbreds so far. And she asked for a timeout there and got one from Frank Dennis. Nobody out, top of the seventh. Runners at the corners. Here's the pitch. Swatted and caught there in the air by Chadwick. Line drive from Holm. But Chadwick, ranging to her right, spears it out of the air for out number one. So one down here at the plate, Tamaya Davis. Davis doubled to drive in Holm in the fifth. Runners at the corners for her at the top of the seventh. Pitch on the inside. You hear that leather popping on that pitch from Hampton. Caught the corner for strike one. West at third. Teal at first. Pop up, out of play. So Hampton ahead in the count 0-2. One down. Got one out of the zone. They tried to see if they couldn't get Davis to bite on that one. She did not. Counted 1-2. One down. Top of the seventh. 4-1 lead for the Golden Tigers. Runners at the corners for the Thoroughbreds, though. Hampton with the pitch. That one out of the zone as well. 2-2 on Davis. Hampton readies, rocks and fires. That one fouled off right side. Clang of the aluminum stands as that one went right over the screen and straight down. Two count. Hampton toes to rubber. And here's the pitch. That one to third. They're going to concede the run at home across the diamond. Throw from Morales over to Thompson to get the out at first base. Meanwhile, West scores on that play. And Davis. She's retired at first, 2 down now, and it's a 4-2 lead for the Golden Tigers. Head coach David Morton. Looks like he may try to get a runner down at second for Teal, or either a new bats person coming in as he talks to umpire Frank Dennis behind the plate. So Andrelyn Brown will be substituted in the batting order now. It'll be Aaliyah Yates, the junior from Lexington, Kentucky. So Yates trying to keep the line moving for the Thoroughbreds. She's their last hope. 2 down here, top of the 7th. They've gotten 1 across, but Tuskegee still leads them by 2, 4-2. Kamaya with Teal down at second. Rocks with the pitch. That one's over for a first pitch strike. Oh no, beg your pardon, that was called low. Good looking pitch, but low in the zone. So it's a 1-0 count. Hampton. This one splits the plate with the fastball, 1-1. Expect gas here to Yates, the junior just coming off the bench. She'll have to be quick with the bat because Amaya's going to be coming with some pace here. 1-1 pitch. That one back to the mile circle and halfway with the run and trot and over to Thompson, and Tuskegee fights off the Thoroughbreds at the top of the 7th. They put 1 across, or 2 across in this inning, but Tuskegee wins it 4-2 over the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. They take the series 3-0. They win the first one 7-0. Second ball game yesterday 5-4. And today they win this one 4-2 to close out the regular season against the Thoroughbreds. We'll take a time out, come back, wrap things up here on the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Tuskegee Nation, I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. Thank you for watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
We're back live here at the softball complex at Tuskegee University. Tuskegee taking care of business in this final series of the regular season, 3-game sweep of the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State, 7-0, 5-4, and 2 ball games on yesterday. And they win the finale this afternoon, 4-2 over the Thoroughbreds. Tuskegee now 29-20 on the regular season, 18-5 in the SIAC. They'll finish second in the West. And the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State, they fall to 16-21 overall and 8-14 in SIAC play, likely on the outside looking in of the Final Four from the West to get into the SIAC tournament. They needed to win 1 ball game over the weekend, and Tuskegee denies them that opportunity here at home. So Tuskegee wins it, final 4-2 in this ball game. That'll do it for our coverage here from the softball complex at Tuskegee University. Stay tuned. We don't know if we'll be covering Tuskegee in the SIAC tournament, but we'll be lobbying about that this week, and if we're able to do it, we'll let you know with our coverage on the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Special thanks to Tuskegee University President Dr. Charlotte Morris and Dr. Rodonda Rice, the Chief Operating Officer. Special thanks to Director of Athletics Reginald Ruffin. Busy weekend for him and his entire staff. and Deborah Rogers, Deputy Chief Athletics Director, Tanya Lee and Stefan Smith in the Communications and Marketing Department, and the Jordan Benson, Sports Information Director here at Tuskegee. Facilities and Game Operations Manager Nick Brown. Thanks to both of you, Jordan and Nick, for your help throughout the entire season. And then to our outstanding production team led by producer director Eric Tabor, and two budding cameramen that will be making their presence felt in this profession long after they leave Tuskegee, camera operator Malachi Ards and Keenan Johnson with the camera ops force throughout the season. And our special thanks to you for joining us in our coverage all season long of softball and baseball, and basketball as well on the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Without you, we do this for no reason at all. Glad you could join us for our coverage. Hope you enjoyed it. That'll do it again here from Tuskegee Softball Complex. Tuskegee winning all three. The doubleheader on yesterday, and today they win at 4-2 over the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Charles Ward saying thanks again so much for joining us on behalf of all of us here with the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Glad you could join us. Have a great afternoon on a Sunday in Tuskegee or from wherever you're listening and watching. Have a great day, everybody. This has been a production of the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Tuskegee fans, thank you for listening to the Golden Tigers Sports Network.